It's not right. He actually went to the store. It's not right. He actually went to the store. It's not right. He actually went to the store.
Okay, so we were without a secretary for about, 2 months, I believe. Lori defines excellence and dedication in our district. Lori, I get to sit next to her. I'm so lucky every day, the whole day. It's wonderful. She came in when she was going through a very tough personal hardship with her mother, just to do payroll. I was here for kindergarten night for step up to quality, and she came in at 7 p.m. She lives in the district. Her kids went here. She's fabulous. I could not do my job without you, Lori, and I don't think First Step could either. So you are wonderful. She's been in half of all trades. She's respected by, I think, every single staff person, and she is inviting. She's the first person you see at her school, and you really do it all. So thank you so much. She deserves the best.
So, Laura, we're gonna have to give you a big clap. Someone's got lost in the translation of getting your certificate. So,
Oh.
let's give her a big clap, please.
Okay, so 3-year-old Grayson. This is Grayson. So Grayson is the 3-year-old award because he's kind and he shares and he likes to play outside. I mean, no. Let's say no. Okay, and then our next 4-year-old is Savannah from our Normandy cut. She loves to live in the dramatic play area, and she does really well with her friends, and she likes to listen to the books. So this is our next one. Oh, and art, sorry. She loves art too. Okay, and then my main man, Eric. Eric is funny. He sang the entire song Silent Night to me before break. Okay, and he knows all of his letters too. He's ready for kindergarten. Yay! So we're in college.
You're welcome.
You guys did awesome. Thank you.
Good job, everybody.
What's our favorite First Step feature? So BLT and I talked about this, is that at the end of the day that we all truly care. So we take care of this place, we take care of one another, we nurture and we grow, and we absolutely care. Some of our kids with the new laws, we can get kids that are 2 years old before Halloween. If you're working with 2-year-olds with special needs, you care, and you care about this place. The least favorite feature for First Step, I've talked to boards of education for 20 years and have said kids turn 3 all year long. Okay, so you're all 12th, high school administrators or teachers. So when your 12th graders graduate, okay, you don't cut a 12th grade teacher, okay, because you know that you're getting 11th graders in. Can't see our kids, but we know that they exist. So I always try to tell my bosses, these kids turn 3 all year long and we need a place for them, okay? Most significant improvements, the pods, I think, are our favorite part. We are grouped by feeder schools, so this helps with smooth kindergarten transitions that we're actually seeing now, right, Lori? With the database and all of that, we're moving kids from their from First Step to their home schools, and it's clearly, right, a lot easier right now. Yeah. And it helps with those neighborhood friendships, which is so crucial and important at this level. Kids are riding the bus together with their neighbors. And that's really building social emotional skills, which is so important at this stage. And then equitable placement. So we're putting kids at their homeschool leaders, not just because you have this amount of kids or that amount of kids. It's easy and it's equitable. The board adopted creative curriculum is definitely a plus. Thank you, Tiffany. and the second step, which is pre-academic and social emotional. So we're really excited about that. And then we won the PTA Moser grant. I think you all know about that. I think I texted Carl 20 times about that, sorry. I apologize. But we saw with the pandemic that the outdoor space is so critical. So it just made it even better outside. So it's a beautiful space. They're making it wheelchair accessible as well, which is really awesome. We have a structured teaching unit, so we've been able to maintain that fiscal responsibility because we're doing it here. Instead of using the Autism Scholarship, we're doing it with our own people and we're doing it well. So it's nice, it's competitive. We worked with ACES and Robert a lot, so thank you. We have an art teacher. We have our STEM lab. My BLT got to go to PV to kind of collaborate and see how they did STEM, which was a great partnership with Ms. Boca. And we have our library back, which is so nice. Hi, you guys did awesome. Our library used to be our isolation room, so it's nice to have that back. We have a full-time DCBA, thank you, Robert. She does our state mandated ODE second observation for TRs, which has been great. And then we increased that itinerant support, which is awesome. It's the outreach that we do with the community preschools for that itinerant. Okay, so that's that. The significant challenge here is obviously you've all been subbing, it's the staffing, okay? So this supports, I'm a one-man building, we have 250 kids and there's multiple meetings, so we definitely, I've leaned on my supervisors, Robert and Sue and Megan to kind of help with those. We're starting up our PBIS committee, again, resilient learning. We have care model families. They take a lot of our time, especially with, right, Lori, with tuition. We can't forget about that population either. So that's a whole separate amenity too, which is gen ed. And that can be a challenge and it impacts our entire building. We have mandated step-ups of quality, we have licensing. We're not school age, we're preschool, we function under different rights. So that can be a challenge. The proudest day at the point we talked about this at BLT, with the exception of itinerant teachers, we're all using board adopted curriculum. This drop out is all in the file. So we are done. We mapped it out. When I have a new teacher, I can say, here you go. Thank you. They did great. My BLT was awesome with this. So it does exclude itinerant, though I do want you to know that. We also have a universal scope and sequence for second step, which I send home to parents also for the home links weekly at my school messenger. So it's working out well. TBTs are happening every Friday. And it really stems from BLT and DLT. Thank you for including first step at DLT. Art is joining, and then my related service providers are kind of hopping around. But you also meet with your own, though. So we'll have OTs meet together. It's suggested. And SLPs will meet together, and PTs will meet together too. So it's really kind of nice to see it's a sacred time. We don't schedule meetings during that time. And it's really kind of nice to see. And then, what are we working on? A lot. So we're working with Robert and our lead psych and the ESC on streamlining those play-based assessments, and that we're responsible for child find. So we really want to streamline that process, get it a little bit cleaner. Have a lot of those things that we have to do state mandated and make it better. We're looking at our play-based assessments. We're also looking at our mandated general education option. That went into effect this past July. So we do have to have that gen ed option. We had it with the daycare prior to when we dissolved it, but a lot of those kids that were the gen ed setting were not taxpayers. So we need to do it in our own way. I'm very creative with how I want to do it. With itinerant and SDI, what we're still saving money. So we have to take a look at that, and we have to obviously work with BA on that as well. So that's what we're working on. We've got down the horizontal mapping really well. We know preschool, we know it, we own it, we're good at it. What we need to work on is the vertical, okay? So EI, summer team, how are we getting kids in from the county? I need to build up that relationship a little bit. And then also with KLA and kindergarten. Sue Garcia and I are working on that as well. But when we take our kids, we put them in an all-day kindergarten classroom, they're coming from 4 days a week, 2.5 hours a day. So it's very different. We have art, but we don't have recess, we don't have music, we don't have those kind of things. So kind of building that and those relationships is my personal goal for next year as well as I think my team. So I think that's it. What do you have for me? I can keep talking. Bye. No problem on that.
Good job. Thanks for the work.
Yeah, they did awesome. You guys are great. My team is the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks for all your help and support because I think we're doing awesome things here and my team should be recognized for it. So, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you.